Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So amazingly, awesomely, beautifully wonderful to be here with you in this lovely, bright new day here in sunny Southern California, where the wind is blowing softly, the sky is beautifully blue, the green is vibrant, and we are alive, and we're here to talk about endings and beginnings. They're very important, you understand. Very important. The I Ching says, for every ending, there is a new beginning. Your life has a purpose. Welcome to Success Through Meditation. I'm Shakti, coming to you from a lineage of enlightenment to help you to see, honor, and love the light within yourself so that you can see, honor, and love the light within others. Today, however, we do want to talk about endings and beginnings as we end one year and fly into the next, having even more of a good time because we will have left other things behind. We're letting go of that year. That's the point, to let go, right? Okay, so your life absolutely has a purpose. Your being, you have a purpose to be who you are. That is your purpose. It's really not that difficult. Be you. There's no other you. You are the only you. And to be your very best you would be a highlight for our world, for our planet, right? So do what you do because no one can be or do you. Your purpose is to be you, to be happy, to know and show your joy. For every ending, there is a new beginning. And thank goodness, for every beginning, there is an ending. How boring would life be if it were not that way? Our purpose, of course, is to be happy and to spread that, to be that. So meditation and self-discovery are the pathway into happiness. And that's why every week we talk about how to be happier, really. That's why we send the emails, because we want you to understand that there is more, there is lighter, brighter happiness around every corner. There is bliss, ecstasy through meditation. You change, you raise your awareness, your perceptual awareness. You become who you truly are. It doesn't happen overnight, like anything worth doing. It takes a bit of some time. You may not, on the very first day you meditate, you may not see the world as sparkly and beautiful as you will a few weeks down the line. You may. It's hard to say. A lot of things come into consideration as to why you see and do things that you do with meditation as you move forward. But I can tell you this, you will change. I can promise you this, you will change. You change even as it is. Without meditation, you change over and over and over again. Only through meditation, you become aware of the changes, the happier changes, the raise in consciousness, the elevation that you reach in meditation, right? You wake up. You're different. Again and again and again. As we leave every moment behind, we move forward into the next, right? There is a way out. There is a way off of this roller coaster, this spinning wheel, right? By embracing and surrendering. The way out is the way in. Letting go of who you think, who you thought you were supposed to be, who you were trained to be, who you were programmed to be, so that you could find the truth in who you are. So we let go. We let go of the past. It's dust. And we look forward to the future. like nature, right? We observe just the way nature does. It comes into being, it exists. A flower blossoms on its own, doesn't it? It is who it is. It is what it is, without thinking, without pondering, without wondering why. It exists. And then it goes into non-being. We lose the body. No one gets out alive here. No one. Even though we continue to live, right? But the body, just like a flower, goes into non-being. This is perfection. You are the past, you are the present, you are the future, and what lies beyond. Don't be afraid to reach. Find what works for you. You have to trust yourself. Practice stillness. Know humility, purity, and beauty. Go beyond the waking and the sleeping states through the perfection in stillness, in meditation. In the beginning, the practice of meditation, we start with gratitude. When you're learning how to meditate, gratitude is the way. It's one of the ways, right? By the way, there are many modalities in meditation, many different ways, different teachers, different paths, right? They all work. They all work. Pick one. Pick one that your heart sings with. Pick that path, pick that teacher, pick that way, right? So we have gratitude for all that has ever been, all that will ever be, because it has brought you to where you are today, this moment. Be grateful. In this moment, you're interested in meditation. Maybe you're brand new to meditation. Maybe you've been meditating for years and you're interested in going deeper into the world of enlightenment, right? And all of these funny people who meditate, that's what I was talking about. What's the point, right? What's the point? Who are all these people who are saying that meditation is good for you? All right, so let's address all three types, right? First, the curious. Welcome. Welcome. Love curiosity. Without it, well, what is life like without curiosity, right? It's a wonderful place to be. It's where the world of discovery and manifestation begins. So welcome. Second, to those who've been meditating for a while, maybe you've been looking to go deeper into your meditation practice, or simply wanting to check out some new fandangled Zen, Tantric Zen, Hindu, and all sorts of other types of modalities in meditation. Lots of traditions, right? But the idea from this one's perspective is to learn to stop thought. It is the most powerful thing that you can do for yourself and for everyone around you, to learn to stop thought. It takes some years to do, but in the meantime, you're learning how to see beauty, how to have more fun, how to calm the mind, calm the heart, calm the soul, right? Because truly, you are what you seek. What you seek, all of the calm, the beauty, the joy, you are that. And you're just trying to remember. My job as a teacher in this world is to remind you. That's it. There's nothing that I can teach you that you don't already know. You know all of this. I'm just reminding you. And you know how you can tell? You can tell when your heart says, yeah. You feel like it's true. It is truth, right? I'm just reminding you. That's all. It is all within you. All the beauty, all the love of existence, it is within you. You may have simply forgotten, right? That's the point, to remember. So when you stop thought, as I suggest that you learn to do, when you sit in stillness, when you consider the nature of truth, you live. You choose to live in a reality filled with beauty, with patience and perseverance. You learn to quiet the mind, to still the mind, to calm and quiet the mind so that you can see eternity. The art of meditation is simply the art of succeeding, the art of success. And it is the art of learning to silence the mind so that you can succeed in this lifetime. That is the art of meditation. So, of course, you meditate. Why wouldn't you? Right? From this one's perspective, why wouldn't you? We work, we play, we suffer, we have joy, we experience all of this world. So meditation becomes the calm sea, a calm lake, which ripples so that we can observe and see clearly. We breathe. To those of you who may be new to meditation, welcome. Welcome. You've chosen to explore new worlds, right? When we take the time each day in this moment of new beginnings and of endings, going into the new year, to sit in stillness, to meditate, to go within each day to that place of stillness, we go with belief and faith to that still point when the mind becomes completely quiet, as we will in meditation today. We see that what we thought was reality was only a partiality, a dream, insubstantial. We thought it was real. My mother is 95. She lost her husband of 64 years, about 10 years ago, my father. And I asked her within a couple of years, how do you feel, Mom? What are your memories? And she looked at me and she said, it's a dream. It feels like a dream. That is this world. That is what this is. It is a dream. It is not reality. Reality is, of course, in the mind. And what I do is to help you to remember the truth in who you are. That is reality. The light, the love, the loving consciousness that you are. That is who you are. But now what we see is that we can create a new dream. We can be consciously dreaming a new dream and eventually go beyond the dream itself. You can wake up and know that you are the creator. You create this life. It is, you are the captain of your ship. If you choose, and if you remember who you are. You have the power. Like Dorothy, just click your heels 3 times. You always had the power. It has always been within you to create your life story. You choose. You make the deal. You decide. It is all within you. When you can sit in stillness, you see this. Meditation opens up the world of learning, of creating, to being a constant beginner. Joy. Joy. Life is joy, and that's what we look forward to in this brand new year. To have joy, to have more joy in your life, hang out with happy people. Hang out with people who have joy, who know joy, who are intimately connected to joy. Hang around those people. Be careful who you hang around with. if you want happiness, if you want joy. Worry less. Put a grin on your face, put a smile on your face. When we meditate today, put a smile on your face. Meditate while smiling, and then the world will smile with you. Give a smile to a stranger. And learn to love yourself. In today's meditation, what we're going to do is sit up nice and straight. This is what you do every morning, whenever you get up. Well, whatever time of day you wake up. You wake up, you take a shower at the very least, wash your hands and face. Then we sit in an uncluttered place, not the place that you work, if possible. Make it a spot that only you sit in your home, maybe a small corner of your room with a pillow or a chair. Our backs are straight, our tummies are empty, sort of like you're going to a workout, right? You want an empty tummy so that you can do what you need to do and not have to worry about digesting. If you need to wake up, have a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, do some yoga exercises, whatever it is that wakes your body up. We want to stay awake. Don't fall asleep, stay awake. Yes, there are modalities that suggest that falling asleep is fine. It's not the one I teach. Stay awake. Be as alert, be at your highest alert self. Right? At the end of the meditation, we always bow and say thank you. Thank you for the meditation we've just had. Thank you for life. Thank you for love. Thank you for health. Thank you for our breath that we breathe. Thank you for the oxygen on the planet still while it's here. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you again. If the only two words that you ever say in a day in your prayers are thank you, that is enough. And so we meditate. We use music to help you to shield. It helps to shield the other 8.5 billion thoughts, 8.5 billion people's thoughts on this planet. Shields you from the thoughts, right? It helps. Our music is infused with enlightened energy to help you to meditate more easily, more deeply, produced and composed by a fully enlightened being. I will be giving you a visualization today to start you off in the right spot. All right, go ahead and sit up nice and straight. Before we begin to relax the body, I'm going to take myself off camera. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and hold for the count of 3 at the top. Focus all of your attention on your eyes, the muscles around your eyes, and relax the muscles around your eyes. As you do, your jaw muscles, your facial muscles will also begin to relax. If you have any tension whatsoever in your scalp, relax your scalp. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. Relax your upper arms, your lower arms. Relax your hands and your fingers. Relax your back on either side of your spinal column. Relax your hips. Relax your abdomen. Release all of the muscles in your abdomen. Relax your upper legs, your lower legs. Relax your feet and your toes. Relax Relax, relax. Visualize a beautiful rose in the center of your chest. It is not necessary when doing this exercise to see a clear picture of the rose. Simply do the best that you can to imagine a soft, reddish rose in the center of your chest. If other thoughts and images pass through your mind while you're performing this exercise, simply ignore them. Imagine that the rose is completely folded up. None of its petals have yet unfolded. Now, as you focus your attention on the reddish rose in the center of your chest, visualize that the first set of petals, the outer row of petals, is gradually unfolding. And as they do so, imagine them growing and expanding and filling the entire area of your chest. Simultaneously feel that a wave of peace and joy is spreading throughout your entire chest area. Then visualize that a second set of rose petals is unfolding. Imagine them slowly and gently unfolding and expanding, this time filling the entire area of your body. Imagine another wave of peace and joy, even deeper than the first, starting in the center of the chest, in the center of the rose, and expanding outward, filling your entire body with peace and joy. Now, visualize a third set of petals, again starting in the center of the rose, and imagine them expanding outward, filling up the entire room, spreading peace and joy everywhere throughout the room or area in which you're meditating. Then visualize a fourth set of petals opening up, this time expanding and filling the entire earth. Feel that peace and joy are spreading from the center of your chest, from the center of the rose, throughout all of the earth, and filling all the people and all of the beings and all of the objects on this earth with peace and joy. Now, visualize another set of petals opening up, this time filling the entire solar system with peace and bliss. Simultaneously feel that you're spreading your own inner peace, of which you have an infinite supply throughout the entire solar system. Finally, visualize that a sixth row of petals is opening up, this time filling up the entire universe, spreading peace and joy throughout the universe and on into the infinite. As you practice this exercise, if you are new to the practice of meditation, continue to visualize additional petals of the rose unfolding. And as each set of petals unfolds and spreads out into the infinite, feel that they are reaching farther and farther out and spreading a deeper peace and joy throughout your whole being and throughout all of existence. There are no ends to the petals of the inner rose. Continue to unfold set after set of petals until our meditation session has ended. If you have been practicing meditation for a few years or longer, continue to unfold set after set of petals as these petals spread out into the infinite, into the first few moments of our meditation music, and then let go. Let go and let eternity do with you what it will. Now, let's meditate. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here with us today for our first meditation of this new year. Thanks so much for being here. Namaste. The light in me sees, honors, and so loves the light in you. I'll look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you.